begin this noon in California with the latest on several massive wildfires burning across Los Angeles County, our nation's most populous county. Here's what we know this afternoon. Crews are battling at least 4 separate fires from the Pacific coast into Pasadena. More than 80,000 people are under mandatory evacuation orders, and we now know at least 2 people have been killed and several others have been injured. NBC's Jennifer Bjorklund is kind enough to join us live during her coverage today from Southern California. Jennifer, just incredible to see what you've been witnessing there. The wind is just unimaginable. Give us a feel for what's the latest there on the ground.
It's been relentless for more than 24 hours, Jake. I can't even explain how fast and how strong and how gusty these winds are. They're so unpredictable. To give you an idea, we're standing at the corner of Sunset Boulevard and Pacific Coast Highway. So the ocean is right here. You can't see it. The sun is out. You can't barely see it. It's like being in the eclipse kind of during totality, where it's just this eerie, weird, dark cloud over the entire Los Angeles basin. And here on this corner, we are right outside Pacific Palisades that was absolutely decimated. Yesterday and overnight, we saw flames coming down the mountain. It started at the top of the mountain, and people who were closer to the water felt that they were okay because, you know, fire usually travels uphill. Well, this one, breaking all the rules. Still, the wind is blowing downhill. It actually came through the neighborhoods, came into the urban area, not even really urban interface, but just the city, and blew all the way over Pacific Coast Highway and into lifeguard stands and into structures on the other side of the street, on the ocean side. So a very difficult fire to fight because overnight the helicopter drops were grounded because, first of all, the wind makes it too dangerous and that much less effective, because once you start dropping water on wind that's blowing and fire, it goes away before it even hits its target. So not worth putting people's lives at risk to go up there and fight a fire that is absolutely beyond the pale of anything any of these fire crews have experienced most of their careers. So this wind has not let up for 24 hours. We are expecting a little bit of a reprieve over the next few days, but it's still terrible winds expected until the weekend. So they're just kind of holding on and hoping for a little bit of break so they can start to carve some lines around these fires and protect the neighborhoods that are adjacent.
I mean, those flags behind you really illustrate the point as to what firefighters are up against. We hope that you stay safe. But before you go, I have to ask, I mean, to fight a fire like this in that kind of condition, you have to just sort of get out of the way. Is there any indication that they're making progress here?
Yeah. Yeah, there's just not. I mean, the trucks are going everywhere. We saw just a convoy of fire trucks going this way. We see black smoke coming down the hill that way. They can't get a grasp of what's going on to make a plan because they can't see from overhead. They can't fly it and map it out like they usually do. So it's very, very difficult to even start to carve lines around this because they can't see where it is.
Well, Jennifer Bjorklund, we hope you and your crew stay safe as well. We truly appreciate your time live from California covering this massive fire. Thank you so much. Also, have you seen this? A lot of folks had to evacuate the path of the fire, even abandoning their vehicles to get to safety. Fire trucks still had to get through, so crews used a bulldozer to clear these vehicles out of the way. Just an incredible sight. Evacuees are now talking about that terrifying moment when they were forced to run.
There were flames on either side of us. The car was very quickly getting smoky. We had wet towels over our faces.
Also last night, the Eaton fire burning in Pasadena forced a senior center to evacuate its elderly residents. You could see folks out in their wheelchairs getting to safety. And in Palisades, actor James Woods describes helping his elderly neighbor escape the flames.
When we got to the bottom of the hill, I said, "Oh my God, we have a neighbor who's 94 years old who has dementia."
Woods says crews wouldn't let him back, so he called another neighbor who stayed behind to go check on that friend. We told that he was left alone, but he is okay.